And I don't know that there's going to be anybody who's going to be watching, but I'm thinking it's better than nothing. Jeez. No, I don't want to learn more. We're not going to be able to see anybody's live chat, I don't think. Oh, whatever. Oh, Jesus, what's that now?
Ghosts.
Oh my God! Just get out of that. Here, show the live chat. Okay, good, good. Fine. Stop it now. What is this? Anyway. Now I can. Yay! You can hear us. Why don't you come in the frame a little bit more? Okay, so I don't know how to take this just because we haven't been able to figure it out. We're just going to be on for a little bit, and we'll try to see if people might come by.
Are we on that side? Where's the camera?
It's over here. Oh my God, this
Bye,
is
guys.
so brutal. So brutal. Right, sorry. This is so terrible. We'll see if anyone shows up. But probably not. Our kiddos showed up. I'm just gonna share this.
Funny, son. Funny stuff. That was weird. It happened so
I understand.
so easy last time.
You can say stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope how's everybody doing?
We think this is the link. Wait a minute. Do I have the link? God. That might not be the link. Joe, you can say.
Yes. Yes, I'm talking. I'm talking.
You're not saying anything.
I'm not saying anything.
That's you talking. Oh gosh.
What's going on?
What's going on with you, Joe? Yeah, he's like.
Oh, there he is. Not too much. Got 2 people. Yay.
I mean, you're all probably
There we go.
more savvy than we are. Well, I just tweeted it out. So sorry. So sorry. What was with the person? Oh, jeez. Here we go.
Still there.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Oh, boy. That's crazy. Start from the beginning too. Drop the phone. And... No, we don't suck.
Oh, we do suck. It was terrible. I thought.
These things happen, right?
Mm.
Right, guys?
There are four
Hey,
people.
how's it
So
going?
thank you for finding us. My goodness, after all of that you've hung out and that you've stuck around. That's amazing. Thank you so much. We've camera angle, all that kind of stuff. Like we're because this is like the third device that we've actually tried to use to try to get it going. And also, I think there's something wrong maybe with my desktop or my on my laptop anyway, because the sound is just not coming through on it for some reason. But it looks like there is sound here. We did get confirmation that you can hear us. And if you are able to hear us, can you just give us a yes, please?
Type yes.
And we're also using a different app now, so might not be able to reply in the chat itself. But if you could throw in yes, okay,
Yes.
so you are able to still hear us, so that's really great. And I do see that there is a couple of people. It might actually be me. It's probably me. I did share the link out on Twitter, and hopefully some people might come in through that. And we're so incredibly sorry. So sorry that it took all this time for us to get up and running. And that the fact that that was really painful. And here I am like trying to be.
These things happen though.
I just it's like I worked on it all afternoon. And the funny thing is, like when we did this for my birthday, it was so easy. There was there were no problems.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
I think you tried to get too fancy.
I maybe, but this seems to be working a little bit, so that's great. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for hanging in with us. My goodness, you're so sweet. Yeah, so yeah, we just you know, we had like a few things that we wanted to talk about planned and stuff like that, but just because we did say that we were, yeah, here we are. Thank you for finding us again. I'm so sorry about those problems before. Yeah, so thank you for finding us again. Yeah, and I'm glad that maybe you can hear us now, so I hope that you can. Yeah, that just because we were able to figure out how to get back on, we just wanted to. Oh, Joe, I think
I thought I was gonna sneeze. I didn't want snot shooting out at the camera.
Yeah,
that would not be good.
No, I don't think that would be good. But you know what? After everything else, if there was, Joe was just talking. Hi, Cheryl. Joe was just talking about how, like, if he were to sneeze, there would have been like snot at the camera. But honestly, today, that would be like just par for the course, because this is like what a nightmare this has been for us today. And as Joe says, I think it's probably true that I did try to get like too fancy. And yeah, like this setup right now, the angle is so screwy. Like we're like literally like lying down.
Yes.
To try to get into frame.
Yes. It's like a hard day's night. Let's see if I can do this.
What are you doing?
Let's see. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Or is this another problem all over again? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, what's happening?
I don't know if I can do it. Hey guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I also did tweet out the link as well. And there's other places that I actually sent out the link. So there's probably people who are like, "Oh my God, like what is up with this person?" Like it's so terrible. Just being silly. This is us. Like we're just not together people.
Yeah. The other thing too is there's a giant gap
In our intersectional,
couch,
yeah.
So I'm like falling in this gap, so that's why I'm.
And I am just so, yeah, like I am like self-conscious of this angle and my triple chin.
No,
So.
I felt one too.
Yeah. But anyway, for those of you who have joined us, like thank you so much. You know what? I'll maybe see if like some other people will be so kind enough to find us. I mean, it's terrible. Yeah, there's these problems that we had today was such a huge difference from the birthday stream that we had, which was really insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the one thing that I did want to talk about, and I actually will do that maybe in a couple of minutes, but can you maybe let us know where you're, where you are? We're in Toronto, Canada.
Yep.
And I know that it looks like we have like three people with us. If you could just let us know like where you're located, because it's always cool for us to know where people are and they're coming from. So that would be great. Did you want to show people a toonie? In Canada we have kiddos from California. Hi from New York and California.
Yes.
Yeah. And Joe has something that we have here in Canada called a toonie.
Where is it? Where's the camera?
There it is.
So
that's a toonie. It's a $2 coin.
It's got polar bears on it.
They changed the graphic on it.
Yeah. And then this is the Queen Elizabeth.
Because we're still under the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly, don't you think? I mean, we really don't have a lot to do with
the Commonwealth anymore. But Joe just took it out of his pocket, so we thought that it would be interesting just to show you. I don't know that any other of the Canadian coins are that.
It's a beaver.
Yeah, see, we've lost people. It's great. Yeah, so I know that we've had some issues today, so I apologize. And the thing that I said that I would be talking about today is my health updates. So I'll just really quickly talk about it because I did have an appointment today with my oncologist, and I had a CT scan last week, and it took about 5 to 6 days to get all the results, and based on the results, like everything right now is stable, which is like really good news for somebody in my position. So we're going to continue with my current treatment. The only thing about the treatment that I take is that it is supposed to be, and it is, like pretty tough. It's a pretty tough treatment. And so it's not something that people can just keep doing over and over and over again. So there's two things that could potentially happen. And one is that it stops working, in which case, other kinds of treatments are tried. And when it stops working, it means that the disease progresses. And if you're familiar with my story, I'm not in a position where things are curable. So the only thing that we can really do is try to control how it's doing. And the best case scenario is for things to shrink. and to keep trying to control it from a place of the least amount of cancer in my body as possible. But um, outside of that, the best that we can do, or the best news after that, is to be stable. So the news right now is that we're stable. So there's two reasons why treatments would change, and one is, again, if the treatment stops working, that the things start growing, there's more cancer in my body, in which case, like, we would have to look at other treatments. And one of the things about the other treatments that we are looking at right now means that it's going to be $3,000 per treatment, which is something that's like so expensive and kind of stressful. So we're hoping that this specific treatment right now that we're working that has been working for me will keep working for as long as possible. And but at the same time, it's a pretty difficult one too. So if it might not be that like my body could keep taking it, because it could be pretty brutal. So there's the good news is though that things are stable right now, and that I am tolerating treatment. So we're gonna keep going with what we've been doing, which I am grateful for, instead of something new that we're not sure is having any kind of an impact or not. So today's news was confirmation that things are stable, and yeah, like, we're very, very thankful for that. So I have chemo again. I do chemo every couple weeks, and I have chemo again. Thank you. Stay positive, bless you. Thank you so much. And so yeah, so chemo will be this Saturday. I'm in the hospital for about 4 or 5 hours, and then I get a pump that's installed, and that is connected to me for 2 days, and then I get disconnected on Monday, and then the cycle starts over again. So in 2 weeks' time, they're looking to keep doing this treatment for at least another couple of months, until my next CT scan, to see whether or not there has been any progression or anything like that. So for the next couple of months at least, anyway, we know what treatment we'll be doing, unless something changes, and hopefully if there are any changes, it'll be more positive than negative. So that is today's health update that I was hoping that I could share with more folks. But
okay.
yeah, but technology didn't really allow us to do that today, or my ineptness with technology didn't allow us to do that today. But this is something that I haven't talked to Joe about, but Christmas and New Year's this year lands on the weekend.
Oh, it does.
It does. Like, it actually lands on the weekends of my chemo, and my oncologist think that it's okay to take a break, and that's probably what I'll do. So probably in December there's probably going to be more of a break. Oh yeah, I hope so. They'll probably edit down the beginning where we're still stumbling around, hoping that it works. But yeah, so this is the update. And Cheryl, though, since you're here, this showed up. Thank you so much. This is Cheryl. Yeah, so I wanted to share it with more people. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for sending this. I was just completely blown away, like, when it arrived, and it's so beautiful. And thank you so much for your note and everything.
Yeah, it's so nice, and it's so, I can't believe you made that by hand. I mean,
beautiful.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I had something, my mom sent me something from Japan. It took like 2 months. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's like nice cardstock and everything.
Mm-hmm.
These little flowers and the design.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. So thank you so much, Cheryl.
Yeah, so there's the website. If you want to order some handmade cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could tell. Like everything is done.
Yeah.
Like with such precision. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Cheryl, what I'll do is also like tweet the link out.
Yeah.
I really, yeah, like it showed up recently, and I wanted to share it here first, but then I'll take a picture of it and yeah, I'll definitely make sure to share it. It's beautiful.
I was wondering, like, is that all glue? Do you just glue that down, and or do you have like a special machine to cut this, or
So
it
pretty.
yeah, it's so pretty. And these like little
The detail on it, it's like
these
it's
there's
amazing.
gold you can kind of see them shining there. Gold dots or gold.
Every little piece, it's so beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So nice.
Yeah. And again, I was really sorry that we just couldn't get the live stream to go well in the first place, so that we would be able to share it with more people
Yeah.
live. But
We'll do it next time.
yeah, and yeah, we'll definitely share it the next time. But if anyone ever even shows up, the next time people are gonna be like, nah, oh, it was but yeah,
It's beautiful.
it is. Oh, thank you again for tweeting the link. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sure they're like, yeah, okay, sure, these people. I tweeted it out too. But,
Oh, I guess there would be like Christmas themed cards, I guess.
I don't know, Cheryl would be able to answer
Cheryl?
that.
Do you make Christmas cards?
I'd imagine that she would. But yeah, but we'll share their link and her link, and hopefully there'll be people. I mean, it certainly is the holiday season, so there'll be more people looking for cards, and these cards are like so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, this card I got. Very lucky. Yeah. I have a blog to share my cards, but don't really sell cards. You don't sell cards?
No, you should.
Yeah, you absolutely should. Only make cards for special people.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, that's so sweet. But if people were to commission you, like, would you
Make a card?
Yeah, would
Custom card?
you? I mean, I think that would be really great if you did. I mean, yeah, beautiful.
Or have them on eBay maybe. And...
I would say more Etsy, like, but
oh, Etsy, yeah.
But I would imagine like they take so long
to make.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you might have to sell it for like $100 or something just to compensate you for the time and the energy and the effort and the materials, I would imagine, as well. It's beautiful. Yeah, custom cards for friends who ask. Yeah, well, I could imagine that they would. It's beautiful. Yeah. But so if I were to tweet it out, and if people were to order, would you consider taking orders, or maybe not? You have a life that you like to lead. I mean, who knows though, right? Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I would definitely, like, if I came across this in a store, I would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. That's great.
But outside of that, I wanted to also talk about I wanted to ask you, how was the game with Zach? How do you mean, like, how was the game? Because it was amazing. Yeah, there you go. There's somebody who would buy the card right there.
There you go.
Says I would definitely buy the card. I mean, did you have any specific questions about the game with Zach? Because I think Zach's video did a really good job of showing, like, really good job of showing what it was like for us to to be there with him and experience the game. I don't know how you would describe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's he. The one thing you don't see behind the scenes is he's always thinking of the game. I mean, he is watching the game. He is, um, you know, talking to you and being a good host and
Incredible host.
incredible host
Yeah.
and getting baseballs and showing you around the stadium and everything like that. But he is always thinking about getting shots and stuff like that with his the cameraman
Jerry.
Jerry.
That was
Like,
with us, who was actually on earlier when we couldn't sort the crap out.
Yeah.
um,
And you don't see all the little kids too.
not just little kids.
Not just little kids, but families and stuff coming up to him
Yeah.
during the game,
Yep.
asking for a photo or an autograph, and he never refuses.
No.
He's very gracious, and if he's got
In
to
the
do
middle of-
in the middle of doing something, he'll just say to him, "Oh, just wait a second.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Give me a moment." And like there was at least 30 kids.
Oh, way more than that.
Oh, you think so?
Way more than that.
He said it was like pretty tame.
It was a light. It
But,
was because it was
normally he
raining
gets
that
hundreds
day.
of kids
Yeah.
at a ballpark and people approaching him and stuff like that. So yeah, he's just a great guy. I mean, a great guy, and it was just a lot of fun.
I think the one thing, it really does bother me, and I've sometimes like kind of gone into stepped into stuff on Twitter and stuff like that when people say that he pushes people out of the way, or that all he cares about, like he's a grown man doing this thing, all that stuff. And I think to myself, like, just because he does something unconventional or outside the norm doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't have value.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he's created like his own niche. Like, he's created this, like, his own thing, which is incredible. And he is so thoughtful of
Mm-hmm.
people. And maybe there might be times when accidentally, like, he might step in front of somebody who's not happy about it. But he's not, when he's going for a ball, it's not that he is intentionally pushing people away,
Right.
to be able to get the ball. Like, if he knows that it's not his ball, then and he's not within the path to be able to get it, then he's not going to push somebody out.
Yeah, he's not going to knock someone out of the way.
Yeah. And so all these people online who have like this hate for him, who say like stuff like, yeah, like all he cares about, or like whatever publicity or whatever that he can get from it and stuff like that. But like, when you look at what happened with the A-Rod ball, for instance, he kept it until he was able to negotiate something. But what he ended up negotiating was a huge and generous donation for the charity that he backs and reps in relation to what he does. So I don't know, like, it's strange to me how people think that he's somebody who is doing what he does maliciously, because it's not like that at all. Like, he's very thoughtful, and he is like very, like, he was so great. We couldn't go on and on and on about that.
No, for sure.
So if there was something specific that you were curious about him, be more than happy to answer it if I can. I know that there is a little bit of a lag with the stream, so I'll see whether or not you have a follow-up question, or if you have something else that you'd like to know, because we'd be happy to answer. Again, like, I know that, like, there isn't I think there's maybe the one person that's watching that's on right now, but if you'd like to, like, if you want to let us know anything that you'd like to know. That was a great answer. Thanks. You're welcome. Did you have any others? We like answering questions. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking by. yeah, we'll stay on for a few more minutes, so that maybe if there are any other questions, we'll wanted to talk about sort of the thing that is a big life mission for me, which is the fact that people loving and caring for themselves and others. As I say, like if people watch the entirety of our videos, at the very end, I always sign off that way. But
Have you?
okay, so I'll talk about that in a second. So Cheryl, your question just came through, so I will talk about that. Yeah. And so I'll talk about this idea, and I don't even know how to talk about it really. So I was a little hesitant about that today, but I just want for as many people as possible and to know that it's possible to maybe reach people through social media and through maybe other means. I have no idea, and if anyone has suggestions, I'd be really happy to take them, around like spreading a message of people caring for one another and being kind to one another, not just like saying it, not just like because they're just words, but because it's because it's something that's really important. And I feel in a lot of ways that I'm still here, in part because so many people have had so much love and care for me. I mean, I think that it's a part of the puzzle. I don't think it's one thing that is. I mean, there's treatment and all that kind of stuff, but I think that the fact that people have been so kind and so, you know, loving to us and me, that I believe that it's something that is like literally been giving me life. So I want to be able to, yeah, spread that message, and I don't, and to as many people as possible. And I'm trying to do that through the different means, but I don't know how to organize it. But that is my mission, and I'll talk more about that, and hopefully a live stream where we actually schedule and be able to do that. Uh, as we had planned. So Cheryl asked about how I feel after chemo. So this Saturday is when I go to the hospital to get the infusion of 2 of the chemo drugs, and I'm in the hospital for about 4.5 to 5 hours, like depending. And I that's the most tired that I am is the actual chemo day, like the day that I get the infusion. And I'm allergic to one of the chemo drugs, which is the irinotecan. So the treatment that I have is like fulfurinox, and so the Erie in fulfurinox is the irinotecan, and I am allergic to the irinotecan, so they have to give me a shot, which is supposed to be like an anti-allergy thing, and that I understand is like a super hopped up Benadryl, and that really just wipes me out. And it's so I'm just really 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 tired, and thankfully, though, I take anti-nausea medication, which helps with nausea. And there's also additional medication that I have if I have something that comes on really quickly. Like if I, like there's something that's sort of like all of a sudden I'm feeling um, like just very, very nauseous or just not feeling well. Um, I have drugs. I'm powered by drugs. And so, but these medications really, really help. And I'm really super fatigued often after my chemo treatment on the Saturday, on day 1. And day 2, I'm usually actually pretty good. And then I just get disconnected on day 3, from the pump that I have. So they go to the hospital, they do the infusions for 4 or 5 hours, and then I have a pump that's connected to me that I have on for another 46 hours, and then I get that disconnected. And I'm usually okay during those days, but it's day 5 and 6. So usually about Wednesday or Thursday of the week, the first week where I get disconnected, there's some level of fatigue, where it's just really hard to get going, or it's just really, yeah, it just feels like, oh, like I just want to just lie here all day, kind of thing. And those are also the days that I find corresponds with mood. So whenever I'm feeling really really tired, I also start feeling like emotionally a little bit on the negative side as well, because the tiredness could be so overwhelming sometimes that it can feel like I like that it won't go away, that I'll be that level of tired forever, but it does lift. But I think that there's also a part of me that realizes on some level, like realistically, that there is going to be a time where I am going to be um, tired and weak, um, and so there's sometimes like a in those moments when I'm feeling that level of fatigue where I'm like, oh, maybe this is where it starts, or this is where this is it now, kind of thing. Yeah, and those days are a little bit tough. Yeah, so again, big long answer to that question. Did you have okay, so you have a good week, maybe every other week. That must be hard. um I mean, I almost like look at that as sort of like the price that I have to pay in order to be alive. Is kind of how I look at it. I'm so grateful to still be here, and if that's what I have to go through to be here, then yeah, it's not it's certainly no fun, but um, I if I can have a good week, like this week has been pretty good. Um, yeah, like I'm really grateful for it. Last week, when my peak tiredness was like on Wednesday and Thursday, I decided to get my COVID shot so that I would double up on my tiredness and still have some time this week, because if I were to have asked my oncologist, they would have been like, do it today. So Wednesday, do it today, 2 days before.
It's common.
What was that? I
This
missed
is,
it.
you never know you're tired. You always seem very bright and shiny. That's for sure.
Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, yeah, like,
Yeah, her attitude is amazing going through this.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I do try to, um, I don't want to say like keep positive. I just want to just have the best experience that I can have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that really helps. Like whenever something feels, at this point, it's almost more automatic. Where I think like, I mean, I can have a, I don't have a lot of control over the disease itself, but what I do have control over is my perspective on things. And I think I look at my perspective as, okay, like I could um, be a take this and be down about it, and sometimes I'm down, but a lot of the times too I try to say, okay, like this is how things are right now, and I'm grateful that things are this way right now, and that I've been around. I mean, it's actually like it's a very surreal thing, but the fact that I'm still here is like, uh, like I'm so incredibly grateful for it. That yeah, like every other week, if it's crappy, I just kind of take that as sort of the price that that I pay in order to be here still. So, but I'm again like really incredibly fortunate in a lot of different ways. Um, just with folks supporting us, supporting me, caring and loving us and me, and it's just those things really help so much.
You
So
go outside and you can take a walk sometimes, and depending on your energy,
mm,
so
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
not in a bed or
Mm. Yeah, I mean, and sometimes, thank you so much, Cheryl. Um, yeah, I mean, and part of what's hard too is that we live in a city where,
yeah,
and we live in an area of our city that's really
crowded,
dense.
and
Yeah, and it's also
lots of construction
lots of
and
construction and
noise
noise,
and
and also like it's mixed
traffic.
residential and business.
Yeah,
And so I and it's so and Toronto is a place that has like this energy of like people being in a rush all the time,
hmm
which is sort of like similar to New York in some ways. But New York is also very
people are friendly in
people
New
are
York,
friendly and also they're interesting.
right?
Whereas I don't know that like people in Toronto they're just rushing around
hmm
and like I don't know. It's just a really um, tough atmosphere sometimes, and so it was sort of nice during lockdown where we can go outside and there were a lot of people around.
Yeah,
But now it's like you're just like dodging and weaving and stuff like that. And when I try to go for a walk while I'm tired, it's really difficult because it just feels like well it's some of it is also me feeling self-conscious about being judged for maybe being like the slower person, and I do like in times when I'm tired I use a couple of trekking sticks that helps for balance and also works out sort of my upper body.
yeah.
But yeah, so that those things could be tough, but but we're so grateful to have a car, which was gifted to us last year when I was first diagnosed, and that allows us to get to parks and more open type spaces and it's
And well, obviously, taking you to
yeah, I
chemotherapy
mean I
and
think that
picking you up
yeah.
and
Mhm.
um, stuff like that. So it is, yeah, it's good to get out of the city. You know,
Mhm.
like we went to a park, I think last week,
Mhm.
Serena Gunday. It's a place. It used to be my old neighborhood. It was like a park, and I haven't been down there in 25 years. So I drove her down there, and we went for a little walk. It was really nice.
Mhm. It was really nice.
And
Yeah.
there were ducks and everything down there,
Yeah.
like a duck pond, and yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah. Do you remember what I did at the duck pond?
Uh, yes, you shot uh, a birthday message for Ryan Reynolds, wishing him a happy birthday. It was his birthday.
Yeah.
Um, and you just said, "Hey, thank you so much. You're a great person. Have a happy birthday." Did this video, and he
Responded back.
responded back.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
sent her a message saying
Yeah.
thank you and everything like that.
So sweet.
Yeah,
So sweet. My goodness. I've been like just like this past year has been like incredible in a lot of ways, just being able to connect with just amazing people,
hmm
like again, like there's another reason why like it stinks that like we weren't able to get the live stream
yeah,
because there were so many people who've been amazing, and we've connected with, and even after the screw ups of of today, like there's still people here,
Mm-hmm.
watching this, which is really really
Yeah.
amazing. So those of you who are here, like, thank you so much for sticking
Yeah, for
around and
sure.
and finding this video, or this live stream. But yeah, like Ryan Reynolds, his birthday was also in October, and I sent him a video that I shot while we were at the park that, like, Joe was just talking about, with ducks in the background, so it didn't even look like Toronto in a lot of ways. Probably, and I think what I liked about it was
Mm-hmm.
I told my friends they were in the Reynolds story, and know they were bigger fans.
Mm-hmm.
He's honestly like just really really cool. Let me just find.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, let me just find
You gonna
the
read it, son?
yeah, the message. He actually said, "Hi Mio, and thank you so much for this incredibly thoughtful and generous message. I can imagine you've had an unimaginably challenging year, the likes of which I'll never really know or grasp. You also seem to have an unbendable will, which is a special superpower unto itself. Sending you tons of love and my admiration, Mio. Thanks again. XO RR." Can you please? Can it get any better than that? Well, it can. I mean, it's sure things can get better, but I mean, that's so incredible. So yeah, so I always feel like it is such an amazing thing to be able to share, but at the same time, like, and I'm sure he's a celebrity, and maybe he would like it shared. It just seemed like so personal, that it was something maybe that I didn't decide to, like, screenshot it and throw it on Twitter or something like that. I'm sure it would get, like, a decent amount of attention, and it should, because I mean, he's really, like, I think, by sending a note like that, especially on his birthday, where probably tons of people are trying to
Oh yeah, like
get in touch with him, or
yeah, he gets so many calls and messages and just constantly, like his phone just must be going off like
yeah,
constantly.
yeah, it's, like, pretty incredible stuff. So like, I don't know, it just felt personal enough that I didn't necessarily want to share it with sort of the world.
Right.
Although, like, maybe he would have liked it. I don't know. I don't clearly I don't, like, know the guy, but the fact that I mean, he sent that message, or he took, and it was a thoughtful message. It wasn't just, hey, thanks,
Yeah,
It was
thank
thank
you.
Yeah, it was a thoughtful, really thoughtful message. So yeah, like, I really really appreciated that. But I think the one thing that I said in the video that I sent him was that he, like, what I really like about him is that he not only just seem like, he does, like, philanthropic things, and even some of his business are philanthropic in nature, and there were things that he's originally from Canada and has done, charitable things here and so forth. I just said to him, like, he just seems like a good person, and that's what I really appreciated about him. And I feel like these things that he has done kind of demonstrates that, to me anyway. He's, like, a good person.
Oh, for sure.
For
sure.
Yeah. And I think the idea of, like, good person or good people is, like, I remember I had a back in the 90s, I had a job in a high-tech company, and there was somebody that I admired very much that worked there, and I think he's actually been doing some pretty cool things in the States now. But I remember he was introducing me to somebody that he knows, and he said, Mio is good people. And I was just so touched by that. Because it's not just about being a good person, but somebody kind of, like, getting a sense of you of, like, just being, like, thoughtful, or more, I don't know, just like this idea of, like, being good people has always been something that has touched me since. and I feel like and I feel like Joe, when we first met from the very beginning, felt like he's good people.
People.
And it just keeps, like I just kept like meeting good people, whether it's through this medium, through YouTube, or through Twitter, or through other means. It's just been yeah, pretty incredible. So yeah, so I know that we've just been rambling on here. If there are any other questions, we'd be happy to answer them. And I know that chemo, like any question that you ask, like you'll notice that I will kind of give as most of a detailed answer as possible. So if you just want like a short and sweet one, you could always let me know. But please, like, let me know, let us know if there was anything else that you can answer for tonight, and hopefully, again, like we'll be able to do a proper live stream where we actually go on when we said that we were going to go on.
Yes.
Yeah, but in the meantime, I am actually wearing purple. I don't know how it comes across in the recording, but November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and the color for pancreatic cancer is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness is purple. I'm just a person with pancreatic cancer talking about pancreatic cancer, so I don't know, like I'm not part of like the organization or anything like that, so I don't know exactly how these kinds of things are organized, if at all. But I think it's about awareness. What I have to say though is, it's I think about like health awareness or awareness of your own wellness, and if there is anything that you feel where something is off or something is wrong, or don't ignore that stuff.
Yeah. Go see a doctor.
Go see a doctor. Get it checked out, even if it seems it's hard to know, like, is it my imagination, is it me being overly worried, whatever it is. I mean, if you are able to get something detected early enough, or earlier the better. It doesn't matter if you thought that you were overthinking things. If you were able to just take that feeling that you had within, or just something feeling really off for you, and you might have to go through quite a bit of a process to get you to a place where you have a diagnosis or whatever it is. Get it checked out.
Mm-hmm.
And because the one thing that's so important to know is that the earlier the better. Getting it checked out, getting an understanding that something is going on, earlier the better.
Don't be afraid to ask, or
yeah, like, and we have a culture, especially in North America, where asking questions isn't something that's encouraged. And sometimes, especially medical professionals, and especially within the last 2 years or something like that, where with the pandemic and everything like that, people are like tired and overworked and all that kind of stuff. But it's important to ask questions. It's important to get the answers that you need or want. And I actually posted this a little while ago on Twitter, but don't take non-answers as answers. Like when people say stuff like, oh, that's the way it is, or because of my experience, like those aren't answers.
Right.
They don't tell you anything. So
don't be afraid to ask.
Don't be afraid to ask, and don't be afraid to keep asking if
Right.
you're not getting exactly the answer that you're looking to get. Sometimes the answers aren't great, and sometimes the answers are also, I don't know, I'll get back to you, which is hopefully somebody can, because sometimes, like, rather than when people don't know, they'll just say stuff like because I said so or whatever. But there are folks, like good folks, who will say, you know what, that's a good question, I'm going to look into it and get back to you. And I've had that said to me a number of times, and I've always appreciated it. I don't necessarily expect that everybody's going to have all the answers, but If it comes to your health, it comes to your life, you need to ask questions, and sometimes you have to be assertive about it, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
it's- You have to ruffle some feathers.
Sometimes
I
you
guess,
do,
the
yeah.
doctor.
Yeah, but I think that there's always ways to do that with respect
Mhm.
and with care, and I think as a result of that, I have the respect of the people that are my healthcare team. So I appreciate that as well. So other than that, again, this is a good tangent from like the Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, but I've been doing pancreatic cancer awareness posts on Twitter. Today I was like, screwing around with like technology that didn't end up working for me, which was a gigantic waste of time, it turns out, because it didn't work. But I am going to be posting something today, by the end of today, and I will continue to keep posting tips or just stuff to know about pancreatic cancer for the remainder of November. But the thing that I wanted to mention is that Pancreatic Awareness Day is next Thursday, the 18th. And maybe what I'm going to do actually is schedule the next live stream for next Thursday. And it will be.
I just found your IG.
Yeah. What do you think about them, Cheryl? I'd love to know what you think. Cheryl was just saying that she just found my Instagram account. So yeah, so I think what we'll do is yeah, so do next Thursday, and hopefully those of you who joined us or is like watching right now will hopefully join us next week, and like we'll do this, and that way there won't be any issues with sound or any of that nonsense. You haven't posted on one of them for a while. That's probably the one where our cat is obsessed with Joe. Is that? It says Kudo loves JB. So I call Joe Jobo, and our cat Kudo is obsessed with Joe. In fact, I think they're obsessed with each other.
No.
Yeah. My.
She's making stuff up.
I'm not making stuff up. Oh my god, these two have been bonded since we got Kudo from the shelter. When Kudo and Joe like locked eyes at the shelter, she was like this little teeny tiny kitten, and they were both like hearts in their eyes and everything, and none of that's changed. And so she used to be like this tiny little kitten, and now she's this massive kitten. Well, she's not a kitten anymore, really. She's probably what, like 1,000 in human years, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one that you're mentioning. Oh my god, though, I don't know that it's sweet, because I think like she wants me out of the way. I think Kudo wants me out of the way.
She hops on the bed at night and she crawls up and she sits on your chest.
Because she's trying to kill me.
No.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
Because she's trying to kill me.
No, she's
For the
just
first-
showing affection.
For the first 3 years, she completely ignored me. And it was only when like Joe went to visit his family for a few days where she was like, "Oh crap, maybe he's gone. Then what?" And so she started being nice to me a little bit, and then Joe came back, and you know,
No, but
she still pays. Oh, no, she now pays a little bit of attention to me. But you have to admit, would you say though that the first 3 years, like she totally like it was as though I wasn't even here.
Well, I mean, if we're watching TV or something, she will hop up and
Between
be
us.
right. No, like she'll
Between
be on
us,
you or here.
No, between us, so that she's telling me that, like, she has
But
the
where
power.
is she now then?
Well, because we're doing this thing, then that's different, and she's doesn't understand what's going on. So she's in her bed, isn't she? Yeah, she's in her bed. But the joke that I have all the time, which is only a half joke, is that I'm like 75th on the list of 100 things that like Joe would have like over, and
No. Stop.
number one number one is Kudo, and then there are other things in between, and then probably
No.
about like 75th is me.
No, that's not true.
But Kudo is definitely above me.
No.
Yeah. So she started an Instagram account, and she hasn't. I guess maybe she hasn't liked the pictures that she's been taking, has been taken of her with you recently, but maybe that'll be revisited. Yeah. So that's the story of Jobo and Kudo.
Well, it's funny because I remember sitting on the living room floor playing video games when she was a kitten, and she basically just hopped into my lap.
She's like
and
little.
yeah, I don't know what she weighed. It wasn't a lot, but I was like, oh, that's cute. And here we are all these years later. So if I'm sitting down, she'll hop up on my lap, but it's like this big heavy cat's on your your lap.
Yeah. She hasn't changed her
Yeah.
behavior since she was a little kitten in relation to you. Yeah. I don't know that there's any more questions then.
Any questions?
One more. We'll or any more. We'll stay on for a few more seconds if there is
24 hours live stream. We're
Oh
doing
my
it
gosh.
starting now. We're gonna
Crazy.
stream.
I wonder if people do that. I bet
People do that.
kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Some people do that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, some people do that stuff where they watch.
Martin says, "Hello. I had a cat when I was a kid, and every time I was like, it went away. I don't know how to get that back. How do we get? Okay, yeah, I don't. I'm sorry,
It's
we
on
don't
the
know.
iPad.
We don't know how to get. Can you?
Oh, is it there?
Oh yeah, maybe try that. Try that.
Top shot.
They just go away.
Oh.
Martin, would you be able to
Resend that?
that comment, please?
It like faded away.
Yeah, it just like literally came on, and we started reading it, and then it just it disappeared. So if you could just throw that back in again, we'd really appreciate it. And thank you. Hi, Martin. And if there's anybody else who has any other questions, just in case you missed it, we are going to schedule another live stream for next Thursday for Pan-Can Awareness Day.
Mm-hmm.
Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day. Pan-Can. Martin, would you mind? Please. We missed your comment. I'm sorry. Okay. We'll give it maybe one more minute, and then
Yeah, maybe you can't get it back.
maybe he's like typing ferociously.
It's so weird. We got this weird shot of
I know, Snoopy's
showing
groin
his groin.
to the world. Aw.
Yes.
You might miss the...
There it is.
There it is. I was just saying, pets curl up with you when you are sick.
Yes, that's true.
No, not our cats.
Yeah.
Not our cats.
Not Snoopy. Charlie Brown.
The joke that, like, I mean, again, like, I have maybe like a weird sense of humor, but so I've read stories of people whose animals have detected their illness or their cancers on my phone and won't let me copy paste them. Sorry about that. Yeah, so like I've read these stories of people whose animals were like just letting them know that like there was something wrong with their illness or whatever, and it's like, you know, it saved their lives and stuff like that. Well, we have 3 cats, and none of them.
Yeah,
They're
if
kind
there
of
was
like
a fire, I don't think either any 3 of them would pull us out of bed or wake us up. They would just like run away and
they'd be like, yeah, like
Yeah.
they're like, we're just
Yeah,
like survival of the
yeah,
fittest.
What's on fire? Oh, it's me. Where's the cats? Oh, they're gone.
Yeah, they're like.
They would probably just take the cat food and like run out the door with
They probably have
grab
like
the
a pack.
litter box and
No, they're like, we're going out in the wild.
Yeah.
No more litter boxes for us. They probably have like a packed bag somewhere that we can't even see. They have
Yeah,
like their
it's true.
emergency stuff.
they're tying sheets together.
Yeah,
and
they have like
crawling
a
down
like.
the balcony.
Yeah. Those are our cats.
Yeah. It's funny. No, but it's like they get really freaked out if somebody like a stranger comes in or someone they're not used to. They all like scatter. They all like run, like if they're like changing the fire alarms or something, like every year they have to come in here and test the sensor, and then the cats just disappear. You don't even know where they went. They just like hide. They're really freaked out.
Yeah, they're not. My cat's always laid on my chest and purr when I was sick. It was my father's cat. Was only around when I visited. Aw, it's really in tune with you, Martin. This yeah. It's sort of, I think, like maybe like some. It's just people. It's like people too. Like we're not tuned into all the people, and I guess maybe, you know, it's the same with animals too. Like when I was like talking about Kudo, the cat that's obsessed with Joe, mutual obsession. They have like this connection that you know, I certainly don't have with her or him, because she's number 1 and I'm like 75th.
Oh my
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff, huh? Yeah. And even though you know, with our screw up and stuff, like people showed up and kept us company, and hopefully, hey, you're here too. You're still here, kiddo. That's great. And you kept finding us like where we were going, so trying to like all these dumb links that I had to like create and stuff. So thank you so much. Yeah, again, any other questions or thoughts or comments? Appreciated. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I'll give it a few more seconds, because I think the comments are delayed a little bit.
Oh,
So.
okay.
And yeah, I guess maybe we just hit the X to get out of this thing.
Yeah, like streaming on. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I guess that's it on iPad.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing that ended up working, is just going straight from the YouTube app to on the iPad, but like we're lying down like to do this instead of being able to sit up.
Yeah.
So. They
Also
also stream 24 hours or now on Twitch. Nice to see you. Hope to see you again next Thursday. Yes,
Thank
you
you,
definitely
Cheryl.
will, Cheryl. Thursday, it will work. It will 100% work. Thank you for showing
Okay.
up, though, Cheryl, and thank you, those of you who showed up, and love you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. Love and care, everybody.
Love and care. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, we can do like the Ringo. What's Ringo's?
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.